Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's a 5-minute or less video, tell you everything you need to know. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've been doing this 50 years. Many of you have come to me because you've seen all my news clips. You've seen me on TV, so you look me up. So you can see me and my whole cast of characters, my whole team of former IRS agents at 777irs.com. We've been doing this about 250 years at IRS, my team alone, so we have a lot of experience in this matter. Today I want to give you a comprehensive guide for IRS tax debt forgiveness and what that is. There's 3 ways to go ahead and get your IRS tax debt forgiven, and that's through a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Yeah, you can qualify. There's a lot of rules for that, but you can. The second thing is your statute can be expires, your 10-year statute of limitations. And the third thing is through an offer and compromise, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. As a former IRS agent, I taught the offer and compromise program. It's also called tax debt forgiveness for people who don't know the term. I used to accept offers and deny offers and compromise. So the offer and compromise is a real important concept for you to understand in what it is. It's the only tool that IRS uses to know and to get your tax debt forgiven. You don't want to just send these in, and you don't want to buy all the things that you see on TV. Oh, forgive this, forgive that. I'd say 90% of these people that you see are really scam artists, or they don't know what it takes to qualify for an offer and compromise. So as a former IRS agent, I just want to educate you a little. If you don't owe a lot of money, you can try this by yourself. If you owe a lot of money, you're wasting your time. You're not going to get your offer and compromise accepted. There's a lot of twists and turns in it. There's a lot of things you do not know. So I'm just basically trying to tell you what that is. When you submit the offer and compromise, you do so by filling out a 656. That's the offer form, and you must submit your financial statement with that. That goes on the IRS form 433A OIC. You will put your financial statement on there. IRS is really looking only at 2 things on that form. They're looking at your assets, and they're looking at your income and expenses. And the very simplest I can tell you, I'm going to give you one example. If you have $100,000 worth of assets, your pension, your equity in your home, everything, and you only owe $50,000, IRS is not going to accept your offer and compromise. They're not going to go ahead and accept it. IRS wants to know what is the value of your assets. Once again, if it exceeds the tax, you're not going to get your offer through. I don't care what anybody tells you, don't believe them. The other thing IRS is going to do is they're going to want to know your income and your expenses, and IRS is going to limit your expenses. You need to understand the IRS is going to apply their national program for expenses to you. So let me tell you what they are. So if you want to get an idea how much IRS is going to limit you, IRS is going to limit your expenses in the area of food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payment and operation. Go ahead and Google IRS National Expense Standard for housing and utilities, for food and clothing, for car operations and car payments. Once you understand that and fill out the form, you'll understand whether you can qualify for the offer and compromise. IRS itself has you can go to irs.gov. You don't even have to download it, and they go pre-qualifier tool for the national standard. So you can go ahead, pre-qualifier tool for the offer and compromise, and you'll be able to see if you qualify that way through the offer program. I want to tell you something. When you see these ads, don't go running to them. There's a lot of salespeople and a lot of companies ripping people off, and at the end of the day, you're going to find out you're not qualified. You need whoever is going to work your case. You want to send them that financial statement to see if you're qualified. So if you use us, I'm going to look at your paperwork before I take your money, because I've got to make sure you qualify. If I can't help you, I don't take the case. So just remember, the name of the program is Offer and Compromise. You see it when you see all these ads, settle debt, settle debt. I would go ahead actually and Zoom the person who you're giving your money to, so you know all about them. You know all about me. Please give me a subscription. That really helps me. It helps me keep me doing the videos, and it lets YouTube know I'm doing a good job. Thank you so much. I'm a little under the weather. Thank you for listening today.